Adam, instead of says, Father, forgive me for what I've done, he said, it's a woman who make me to eat from his fruits. And the woman also said, it's Eva, or it's a snake. The serpent is the one who makes me to do this. Now look at this. Because we don't accept the mistakes. Most of the time when we make mistakes, we start arguing. Even in court, the reason the church give us many years, it's because we are stubborn. We don't want to accept it. We don't want to accept mistakes. Instead, we start giving reasons. No, the reason I've done this because of this. The reason I sleep with this woman because of this. The reason I sleep with somebody's wife is because of this. The reason I sleep with somebody's husband is because of this. The reason I stolen this apple is because of this. The reason I stolen these things is because of this. Instead of just saying, forgive me, I was wrong. This is what people lack in their lives. This is what makes a lot of people to suffer. And sometimes, children of God, the reason a lot of people they suffer because we introduce some people whom we don't need to introduce. Adam introduced Eva. And Eva introduced a snake. Why are you introducing people to your issue? The issue which you're supposed to solve yourself. There are some issues you can involve some people. And there are some issues you can solve yourself. If I have issues with my wife, I need to solve it with my wife. I don't need to involve some people. If you involve some people, the people you involve are people who will destroy you. The Satan they introduce in this marriage is the person who destroy them. So there are some things you can work alone. Even in business, there are some business you don't need to introduce some people. In the media, I saw that in this way I'm ordering things where I found this beans at a cheap price. I don't need to introduce some people, because you introduce some people and you go and destroy your names there. Because maybe you get that beans on credit. Then the one you introduce there, and you go and say that one is very bad and he doesn't pay. Well, you stay with that man or that woman in business for some years. But immediately you introduce someone, everything goes wrong. There are some people you can introduce to. There are some people introduce their boyfriends to others. After introduce them, everything gets gutted. You can't get married to that woman. That woman has aborted 5 children. That women have done this and this and this. Who is the causer? The causer is yourself. You introduce a bad person in your life. You introduce a bad man into your marriage. What may I try to say? This is an intention, the message that stop blaming others for your own mistakes. Instead of asking God's direction. If you see that I cannot manage this, You need to ask God direction. This is the reason why I was giving you Luke 14 verse 28. Luke 14 verse 28. The Bible was saying that if you are planning to build a house, you need first to sit down. Get a wallet. If you get a wallet, start now counting money. How much to build the house can cost? Starting from the brick, irons, woods, floor, and everything. What can it cost? You count the money. If you see that this money cannot manage, wait for something which you can manage. Leave it there. If it's to build the home, build the home. Later on, or next year continue with the roof. This is how a person should plan. You don't need to ask anyone. No, my dear. This time I want to do this. This time I want to do this. You know, I have 10,000. I want to build a house. There's something you should announce and something you should do. The more you announce, the more you are bringing yourself down. There are some people who have when they speak a weight upon your business, the business grows. When they speak into your marriage, the marriage is better. So sometimes keep something secretly. Answer the question to yourself. Even if you made a mistake, before you tell anyone, sit down. Ask yourself, why? Where is this mistake coming from? Are you getting me? Tell your neighbor. Are you getting this way? This is the word of wisdom. So what we should do, we need to ask for wisdom from God. You need to ask for wisdom in everything you're doing. God said, Adam, what have you done? Instead, instead the man to ask for forgiveness, man appointed a woman, and a woman appointed a serpent. The devil. This is the reason I understand this scripture. You know, if Adam could accept that I was wrong, please forgive me. God can forgive them. But the reason Adam, he didn't ask forgiveness. You know, even in marriages, when you ask for forgiveness, quickly, you never go anywhere. But even if you are a man who is wrong, it doesn't mean because you are the head of the house, you cannot ask for forgiveness. When you know what you are wrong, ask for forgiveness. Even if you are a woman, no matter how beautiful you can be, no matter how much you can have money, if you have offended your husband, whether it's your fiancé, ask for forgiveness. This is very important. Listen to me, children of God. Before you attack somebody, or before you appoint somebody, you know you need to sit down. If you know that I'm less in thinking, I cannot think the way I'm supposed to. That's when now you can ask for people whom you can say that this can keep my secret. There are some people who can keep your secret, and there are some people who can expose you. There are some people who can build you, and there are some people who can destroy you. People cannot keep your secrets. No matter the situation. So when there are some people, when you tell them the problems, they take now your problem to put into the social media and tell everyone, and they starting giving example on your problem which you told them. So never try to tell some people some problem you're passing through. Keep it yourself as secrets. Read for me John 7 verse 20.